What's up? How you doing? What? How you doing, Corn? What's up, JT? I'm good, man. I've been good. What are you up to, JT? So everyone that's here, how come you guys aren't saying anything? Everyone's just quiet today? I'm good. Pretty good. I figured I'd just do a live, come talk to you guys for a little bit. Any plans for your weekend, guys? What's up, lurkers? Who's all lurking? Mm, well, it really depends. From Africa. Nice. Welcome. Corn, it really depends. Um, I'll be adding things to it daily. My practice has changed as a whole. Like everything has shifted. So I'll be adding a lot of new things. Like recently, I just added a invocation formula on how I create invocations myself, and it's a pretty good one too. Yeah. What's up, T man? How you doing? Yeah. Um. There'll be all kinds of stuff on there. I mean, there's just no one that's really like I'm not gonna be adding anything if no one is on there, you know what I mean? So if there are people who become members, then yes, you'll be able to have access to that information. Yes, sir. What's up, Lord Darkness? Darkness. Yeah, I'm good, T man. I think it's a fantastic idea. It's a great idea, GT. How are you, Dak? Feeling good? You have any plans for today? 3-day weekend? Dang, that sounds nice. Get out in nature. Think that'd be nice. I mean, unless it's like snowing in your area or something, then I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but get some outside time. Go to nature. Go to the gym. Oh yeah, they're renovating my gym, so I haven't been in there in a few fucking weeks. Pissed me off a lot, but I mean, hey. Yeah, it was it was good. I just had to work on that day at the like at the day job, so yeah, relax, you know? Just take a load off and just let nature take care of you. What's up, 88? Technology they use to hack our dreams. Interesting. Um, well, often they just literally would project to in like if they're looking for you or coming after you, those kind of I mean, those kind of people already have the ability to actually just come into your dreams. They study this stuff too. They hire psychics for things like that as well. Moldavite? Nice, that's good. Been good. Stopped a little. What's up, Mello? How you doing? Hey, Black Sun, how you doing? Have you been up too mellow? Yeah, I know it takes some time to change, even when I do any changes on my name on here, which I haven't done in a while, but it takes a while to actually reflect. Mm, you know, just on the path, practicing, taking care of myself, trying to hit the gym as much as I can. As I said, like my gym in my apartment is being renovated, so literally just waiting for it to reopen, for them to be done, and for it to reopen because I hit it every night, like make an effort to hit it every night for real, and I miss that shit. It's been closed for like what 3 weeks now. Is everybody at work lurking or what? Everybody's not so chatty today. Usually, you guys are so talkative. It's like people are just lurking, which is fine. It's cool. To everybody, even if you're watching this and just lurking and you don't want to say anything, if you just like the video, that helps a ton, honestly. 8 p.m. in Switzerland. That's crazy, dude. Mhm. I hear you, Black Sun. I do the same thing though, honestly, because I mean, you're bored. You know what I mean? Nice. That's cool, Melon. I think you did great in that. I expect you to just be in that place, be in these places, and just not be stimulated. It's ridiculous. Can't go without stimulation. I lose my fucking mind when it comes down to being in those kind of places because it's so different from what I actually love. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be on my shit too. That's just facts. LD. Let's see. No, no, T man, I didn't. Black Sun for you? Yeah. Snatch that Alexa out of the wall. Yeah, and Black Sun for you, someone like Marbus. Yeah. No, I hear you on that. Okay, sorry. Keep getting distracted. Well, LB, how does this house make you feel? When you go there, how do you feel in this dream? Because that used to happen to me often as well. Um, and it was pretty much just a safe space. That's pretty cool, Doc. Of course I am. Of course I am, Mello. Yes. Mhm. Interesting. So, yeah, what's up, Sin? So, as for Patreon, if you guys do want to um, pledge for on Patreon, right now I'm not posting anything because I mean, there's no one right now. But if you do pledge on Patreon, then I will start giving and posting new information. I want to make it a daily thing, like every day I post something new, but that's ultimately up to how you guys interact with me in that regard. Because I'm not doing anything if there's no one there. It doesn't make any sense to do that. That's interesting. So, hmm, a bird of fire. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And it's also not gonna, the memberships are not going to be expensive at all, like at all, because I want to give you guys, you know, I want to give you guys stuff for good prices. And there's a lot of things that I want to put on there, but like I said, it's ultimately up to you guys. To be quite honest with you, if you guys want that content, you want that stuff, I'll put it on there. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna completely change my website too. It hasn't been updated in a while, so I'm gonna definitely look at that. Yeah, that's how mine were as well. There's nothing wrong with that. That's something that is it's a very powerful means to work on and hone your abilities with your hearing, especially. Oh, I understand, T man. I definitely understand that. What have you been up to, Sin? Seen you in a while. You guys ever look back to a year or two ago and think of how you were as a person, how much you've changed? I do that often, and I reflect on that. And I was doing that the other day when I was looking at my picture. I'm like, was looking at it and just thinking how different my practice is now compared to all the other stuff that I had posted on there. It's completely different. My mind works completely different. Everything is just completely different, and I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah, corn. Mm, well, there are a good amount of people that actually, um, you know, genuinely do want things that can bring true change. And there are a lot of people that just want mundane things, small things, and ask for stuff. Um, so it really depends. It really depends on the individual. Like, it also really depends on how serious that person is on this path because that will determine how exactly that person is going to interact with the spirit, especially if you have a good relationship with them. Um, and you, and that's the reason why I emphasize sticking to one and remaining working with one because you build that relationship with that that deity, that entity, that spirit. You will shift in ways to which that spirit has to offer. But um, it's always in the most beneficial way. So everything that comes from working with that energy, they will shift you in the most beneficial way possible, which is the reason why I, you know, which is the reason why I find it interesting that there's so many people who, frown upon making a pact or um, discredit people who go through with pacts or try and push people away from making a pact. Making a pact with a spirit that you work with, that you have a relationship with, is one of the best routes to go. It's one of the best routes to take because you build a stronger bond with them. You are showing them that you're devoted to your practice. You're showing them that you are willing to go through the trials that they may have for you. You're showing them that you won't give up. You're showing them that you are worthy of their teachings. I'm glad to hear that, sir. Yeah. Black Sun, mhm, it's, it's deep. Yes, it is meditation, but it's real. Like it's something that is very deeply rooted in the practitioner once they get to the point of having an understanding of it. Okay, well, I'm doing really good, man. It's good to see you, dude. Feeling really good, really fucking clear. Feel really healthy. I'm really relaxed. It's a nice day. Like it's nice. Mm, I don't know. There is a lot of stuff that is recorded. That's good. Good. And how's that been going, Mello? That's okay. Mellow, what you should do is just allow your thoughts to flow. Just let them flow, right? Whatever comes to mind. This is a good way of actually emptying your mind. For those people who don't really have a good sense of, um, you know, meditation, like a good sense of understanding how to meditate, writing can also be a really good outlet for that. It's a very great way to empty out your subconscious mind. It's a great way to let everything go. Literally, everything that comes to your mind, just write it out. So first, it's going to be completely random shit, but then it's going to shift into things that are more meaningful. It's going to shift into things that are more in alignment with you, right? Because these are pieces of the ego that you're shedding. You're letting go of the parts of yourself that you don't really pay too much mind to. You're letting go of the thoughts that you don't really want to give too much attention. And when you let go of those parts of yourself, you let go of those pieces that are within your mind, you can get access to a lot more of the things that are hidden, that are more empowering in your practice. Yes, yes, it can. Mhm. Thanks for the love, guys. I appreciate you. Spin in a circle for a while, try not to throw up. That's funny as shit, dude. Yeah. But back to what I was saying, when making a pact, it's like a vow, like you're taking a vow with that spirit. It's like a marriage. You are becoming more and more so one with that energy that you're devoting yourself to. You're shifting yourself and becoming more like them every day that you know invoke them, every day that you speak to them, every time you give them an offering, every time you go to the objects that they may have imbued for you, every time you interact with them, you're becoming more like them, but you're also becoming closer to your higher self. It helps and brings you further into your godhood, can tremendously shift your reality as a result. Not to mention just the sheer amount of pure mental clarity as a result of going forward with doing something like that. The clarity that comes from it is just, it's beautiful. Hey, Taylor, how are you? That's awesome. Sen, how's it been? What's up, Miko? How you doing? It's great. Yes, sir, I did. Yes, I did. I'm also thinking of just keeping it at, um, well, I do like the two-tier idea. I think it's fair. But also, I think the prices are really good for what they are. And I'm definitely going to have like a daily ritual. I mean, not a daily ritual, but a monthly thing that's going that the other people give in the higher tier. It's good. Sure did. He's all antsy, look at him. Yes, yes, you can. You can actually, like, direct message me. It's better than reaching out to me on email because in my email, there's way too much going on. I have too much shit. So Patreon, it'll boom, like, it'll ping and go directly to me. Yeah. If you feel like you're not ready, then don't do it, T-man. I've been fucking fantastic. I've been great. I'm really happy. And, you know, as I was saying earlier, I've just been reflecting. I've been doing a lot of, self-reflection and thinking of where I was last year and where I am this year, or where I was 2 years ago, uh, how I was thinking in those, how I was thinking last year, how I was thinking the year before that, and how I approach challenges now, how I, go about my everyday life. I'm proud of myself when it comes down to those things. I've been really good, just staying true to myself, staying true to the path, to be honest, and it's been great. It's been great. Well, it tends to be like that, Black Sun, often. Mm, no, I can't say I have, sir. Um, in what way, Black Sun? What do you mean? Well, in what way, Black Sun? Um, are you talking about just your mundane life? Are you talking about family members that would oppose, what it is that you practice? Because I have advice for all of that. I've dealt with all that shit. Yeah, doc, it just takes discipline, to be quite honest. It's just a lot of self discipline. a lot of seeing it through. That's pretty cool, sir. Yes, it is. It's very common. You get used to it though, because then you actually find people who are like you know, they feel the same thing. But only stick to those who are truly devoted. Keep company around you that you want to be like. Keep company around you that's going to keep you motivated. Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, like, son, if you feel like they won't understand, then if you feel they won't understand, it's perfectly fine to keep your practice hidden. It's perfectly fine to keep your practice in the shadows. That is perfectly fine. There's very, very much so extreme power and secrecy in your practice. There's a lot of power in it. Your rituals, in fact, will be empowered as a result because of the fact that there's no one seeing you do them. There is, no one whose thought constructs can kind of corrupt your rituals, your practice. So if they don't understand, that's okay too, because there's still power in that. I would say if it's something that'll be extremely detrimental to you, I would just keep it a secret because it's perfectly fine to go on, in your mundane life with your family and you, don't reveal those parts of yourself to them or to people who you feel you don't have alignment to in that regard. It's perfectly fine. I did that for years. They don't. They don't need to see. They don't need to know. They don't need to feel. Mhm. You don't need to tell everyone everything. So, that's a reason why I just like up and left TikTok. I was putting a lot of stuff out there. It was really cool and everything, but it kind of just ended up being a waste of my time to me personally. And I wanted to take a mental hiatus from it just to like regather myself and really hone and work on my ego and connect deeper with myself. I feel like that was taking that away from me. So I just deleted it. At some point, was I ever fearful? Well, I mean, in the beginning, yes. Yes, in the beginning, but not anymore. Nope. I don't show them any kind of fear. And if there is fear that arises from me, that's likely just because of, the energy that may be around me that I'm calling to, likely is the one that is producing that energy of me feeling fear. It may be in their aura. It may be just how they are or what their domain is. That specifically is what can cause or rise fear and bring that kind of energy to me. I mean, working with nightmares, and delving deep into them the way that I have, because I've been working with nightmares from the start, especially when I first started working with Santa Muerte. Like it started with nightmares, and then I went to King Paimon, and I was working with both of them at the same time, and they were both like it was nightmares, like just combined, worst case scenario things that happen, pieces of my reality that I completely tried to shut out from myself, parts of myself that I didn't really pay too much attention to, and I was at war with those pieces of myself. I was going to war with them and fighting with them, and I mean, every single fucking time when it came down to these pieces, I would be fighting them and they'd be whooping my ass. Like the dream would start off completely normal. It would feel like a completely normal dream. And then all of a sudden, you know, a good example. This is a real dream I had. Excuse me. I was standing outside waiting in line to go into a club in this dream. And then the security guard at the club was like this huge, I mean, massive cyborg looking thing. Everyone in the line was like getting let through. When it came time for me to get let into the door, he was like balled his fist up, looked at me, punched me straight in the face, and I like flew through a wall. He was like whooping my ass. And everything that I did, everything that I tried to do to fight back, he just kept whooping my ass until I literally just let go. Like that that was one of the first ones that, really instilled true fear in me. Like that was real fear because how can you fight something that knows your every move? How can you defeat something that knows every single thing about you? What do you do then? How do you combat that? And I realized that, at that very point in time, I kept trying to fight him. I kept trying to think of new things to do. He knew every tactic I had. He knew everything I was going to try to do. He knew everything. And in these kind of dreams, it's crazy because your abilities are shut off. They're locked out because that's the type of work it is. It's like you have to figure out a way to face this shit without using, you know, anything that can interfere with the process that you're going through, this transformation, this merging of your aspects. It was fucking insane. Absolutely insane. And you want to know what ended up happening as a result of me just being at war with this guy? I mean, and this dream was like long drawn out. I'm getting thrown through walls. He's like dropping me through the floor. He's punching me through cars. He's just like whooping my ass, just on top of me, just pounding me, punching me in the fucking face, fucking me up. I can't do anything. Oh, the most I could do was just like throw him off me and roll over and stand up to try and run. Got dragged and fucking thrown around. It's like the Hulk was whooping my ass. And I couldn't do anything until boom, I just let go. I let go and he calmed down and he just like went into my fucking hand. It was the trippiest shit. How you overcome that fear? You let it go. Yep. Bobby did the same thing to me. As I've said in the past, he showed up to me as, a scorpion and chased me around and tried to fucking eat me. But it's not like a small one. It was a giant one that I couldn't escape. I couldn't get away from. They're always like that. There was another one, there was another dream, uh, a nightmare that I had too, where, I I was with my brother and, or so I thought it was my brother. See, that's the thing. I thought that this, like, thing or being was my brother. It was a spirit that I was actually working with, and there were some things that were red flags to me in this dream, but I didn't think too much of it because there was so much chaos that was going on in this dream, and I was trying to gather why my brother was reacting in the way that he was in this dream because he's not the type of person to go and take the passive route. He's not the type of person to be like, oh yeah, let's just find another way. He's a brute. Like he is straight whooping ass, and that's just what it is. And in this dream, every single time some conflict, you know, arose, he was taking the passive route, which I started to really question, if it was my brother or not. And yeah, it was confirmed to me after a while. Um, in the dream, someone stole something from us, and it was in our car, and we were like at this. I don't even know why we were there. We were like at this woman's house who was like mentoring us on something. And it was crazy because she literally never showed her face. She had a veil over her face. And we were we were at this house. We were just staying there. And the neighborhood was like, it was not even a bad neighborhood, but there were just people that would frequent that neighborhood that, like to cause trouble. And 2 nights we were there and our stuff came up missing. I just went to look in the morning and all of our shit in our car was just fine. But the one thing that we had in the car, that was kind of sentimental to us, they took that. And the way my brother reacted at that time, I was like, yeah, no, I don't think you're my brother. I don't think you're my family. No, she wasn't a hack. She was actually someone that, she's someone who I have a really strong relationship with the spirit that I work with. And she specializes in that kind of shit. She shows herself in that way, and I work with them too. So I have a really good standing relationship with things such as hags. So no, um, yeah, it wasn't anything that was dangerous to me. There was no danger. You know, there was no danger. There was nothing feeding on me. There was nothing like that. But as the dream continued, um, and I was looking for our stuff, I found this door. There's a house that was directly across the street from her house. I found the door and I told my brother, like, "Do you see that house? Is there anything weird about that house? Is there anything weird about that door?" And he walks up to the door and he opens it. He's like, "No." And what he sees in there is a house. Like it's just a regular house. So he shuts the door. When I open the door, I see like a desert. So I walk through the door and I'm like in a completely different reality. And I'm like, "No, I need to go back." Because my brother, I don't I started worrying. I'm like, "Oh, my brother doesn't know how to navigate these areas. He doesn't do this stuff." So I'm wanting to, I'm like, "This is my older brother at that." I go and I open the door again, and when I open the door, my brother's standing right there, and there's this guy that comes up to us, and he's like antagonizing us, talking a bunch of shit. So then my brother, it's like, we don't want any trouble." And then I'm like, "Fuck that." So I just punched this guy because he's like bragging and telling us, "Oh yeah, we took your shit, and we're gonna come over here and we're gonna fuck you guys up. You guys don't belong here." So I'm like, "Okay, whatever, right?" So I punch the guy and he just falls down the stairs, and then literally there's a group of 3 people that come back, and we just start fighting them. And then my brother and I were actually fighting them. I'm telling them like, "We have to fight. Come on!" So we're fighting them, and every time we knock them down, they duplicate. Another one comes out of another. So one gets knocked out, another one comes out. one gets hit in the face, another one comes out. So the more that we fight them, the more of them there are. The more of them just start to outnumber us. We're just continually fighting them. We continuously fight them and continuously fight them and we continuously fight them and we're starting to get tired, right? We're starting to get tired. And there's like at this point they are beating our ass. And I remember at one point in this dream, I looked over at my brother and I'm like, "You're definitely not my brother." And then I hear this this cackle from that spirit that I was working with at that time. I mean, this laugh, like it was such an evil fucking cackle. And then at that point, I realized she was with me the whole time and she was literally testing me. It was a test to see what I would do because this particular spirit, I'm not going to name her, um, but she shuts off your abilities in these kinds of dreams. She shuts off your abilities so that you can figure out a way to face the parts of yourself without any interference and without cheating per se. So, I mean, I'm very good at lucid dreaming, right? I'm very great at achieving lucidity. I can easily achieve lucidity in my dreams. And everything that I tried to do, every defense mechanism that I had, everything that I knew was shut off. And I had to find my way through this. But can you imagine fighting someone? Can you imagine fighting someone and they multiply every time you hit them? Like, what would you do? What would you do at that point in time? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, it was fucking wild, dude. It was wild. And then when I heard her laugh, the craziest shit, it just changed to all of these hundreds of dudes just merging back into one person. And that dude running up on me, like I mean fucking running full speed and just smack, flying into me. Like he ran up and just fucking dissipated, but it like he merged into me. It was a pain, but it's okay, you know? Oh, don't even like, don't even get me started on like, when it came down to okay, first it started off with, you know, having these interactions and having these kind of, nightmares in my dream state, then it turned into, you know, awake and having nightmares. How do how do you fare that? How do you even process that? Oh, man, I've had some extreme shit happen to me. Like, it's extreme. Sin, I don't really know. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking wild. Yeah, I have too many of those. There's way too many of those. There's way too many of those. Cult anime. I'm still looking for new ones as well. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything because I do watch anime. I've not like found more than what I've been watching. Mhm. Yeah, Berserk would be considered one. I mean, if that's the case, then Black Clover would be considered one as well. Am I right? 'Cause Black Clover is like shit's fire. JoJo's, Hunter x Hunter would definitely be considered an occult anime as well. Yeah, Berserk has some good shit, like real good shit. Ooh, Ancient Magus Bride. Um, oh yeah, one time when I was incarnated as a slime monster, that anime is pretty good too, and it has heavy occult references in it as well. I like that shit too. Mhm. Scuba G G G. Orochimaru, yeah, dude, that dude is my favorite character. He was and always has been my favorite character. Orochimaru is just crazy, bro. Yeah, exactly. It sure does. What's up, Mog? How are you, bro? Your energy's changed a lot, dude. It's crazy. You're doing really good, man. I can feel you. It's like electric. Mhm. That's crazy. That's pretty cool, though. It was meant to be. I've been good. I've been fucking fantastic, dude. Seriously. You guys actually I mean, see, here's the thing. I haven't been doing gaming videos because of the fact that I don't know how you guys feel about it. I don't know how everyone feels about it, so I haven't been doing it on the channel. But I'm more than willing to do gaming videos, dude. I'm always fucking gaming. Silent Hill 2 remake, I was looking at that, and I want to stream that, but I don't know how you guys felt about me doing gaming on here. Some people don't like it. I don't know, but I'm willing to for sure, dude. Yeah, I'll be up for it. I love interacting with you guys, especially like if I'm playing a game. Literally right now, okay. First of all, I've never played Dragon's Dogma, and I'm playing Dragon's Dogma the first one. I like, the Dark Arisen, and that is the shit. Like I started playing that shit last night, and I'm over here like, this shit is so fun. There's so much to it. It's absolutely fucking amazing, and I'd be more than happy to stream that for sure. Yeah, absolutely, Mela. It's a good way to chill. Okay, I just didn't know how everyone felt about it, but yeah, dude, I can go live directly from my PlayStation, like from the PS5. You prefer if I had a separate channel, like The Walking Dead, Among Us? Okay, yeah, Cash App works. Well, that's the thing, though. I just can't go live on a different channel. I could just do maybe here's what I'll do because I can also just go live on Twitch. Maybe I should just do it on Twitch then. Would you guys be, would that be better? Because I mean, if that's the case, I'll just delete all of my fucking videos that include gaming on YouTube, and I will just go straight to Twitch and start doing like streams on Twitch. That's perfectly fine. Which is that's the reason why I have not been putting videos or any gaming content on here. It seems like a lot of the others that are literally um awesome. All right, go ahead. Cool. I have everything set up. I'm ready. Voice, if you had comedy gold. Yeah, I have a new mic too, and it's really, really fucking good. It's not shitty like the other one. So, yeah. Yeah, I like that too. I'd play that. Dude, like Dragon's Dogma, that is like I can't believe I didn't pay attention to that game, like, when it came out. Actually, I'm not gonna say I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't even know it fucking existed. There's so many games that are usually on the PlayStation Store that I don't know are real or, you know, that they exist until I watch, like, someone like PlayStation Grenade, you know what I mean? And then they'll do the showcase of all the games and shit. And I saw the Dragon's Dogma was free, and I downloaded that last night, dude, and I'm hooked on that shit. Not only is that game hard, like, there's so many aspects to it that are fucking amazing. So I'm playing Dragon's Dogma 1 because of the fact that I was so interested in Dragon's Dogma 2, and that comes out more so towards the end of March, so I'm gonna do that. But I'll be playing 1 and definitely just going in on that. That shit's fun. Like, I downloaded and didn't know what to expect. I'm fucking hooked, and the graphics are fucking awesome. No, I mean, Mog, I feel like you know how people are. There's a lot of people that are really, there's a lot of people that are really picky, right? No, there's a lot of people that are really picky, and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't really like it for so and so reasons." The game is a fucking masterpiece. In my opinion, it's a fucking masterpiece. I love it, dude. Like, and it takes a lot to impress me when it comes down to games. I am not someone who is sold on games very easily. I'm extremely picky. So yeah, I heard about the mixed reviews and shit, but it's so fun. Like the aspect. So first of all, like you could be walking down, you know, the middle of an area in the open and get fucking ambushed by like 30 fucking bandits that want to rob you, that want to kill you and your pawns. There's four of you guys, and then there's like 30 motherfuckers, and you have to fight all of them. That's raw as fuck because they have like mages, they have fucking thieves, they have like sorts of motherfuckers that literally will just come up to you and try and fight you. And I think that shit's awesome. You end up like randomly out of nowhere fighting griffins and dragons and fucking ogres and cyclopses and shit. Like I like shit like that. But also the fact that it's not easy. You have to strategically approach these motherfuckers and fight them. Baldur's Gate 3 is God tier. I haven't played that in a while, and I'm not gonna lie to you. The reason why I haven't played that in a while is I think that I'm going to restart because of the fact that I made a on Cashapp. Sin? Yeah, dude. So literally, one of the first kind of big fights that you get into. That's so awesome, man. That's fucking amazing. Yeah, so one of the first fights you get into, you literally have to leave the village, go outside, and there's a big ass cyclops trying to fucking fight you, like trying to kill everybody. And you have to climb up the back. Like, I mean, literally, you have to fucking climb up this creature and try to hang on and get to the top to hit the weak points of it. If that ain't god tier gaming, bro, like that's just my opinion of it. That's fire to me. I like that. I fuck with that. I like a challenge. That was very challenging. I thought it was amazing. I was impressed with that shit. Thanks, Boris. And I appreciate you too, Anita. I see that you guys pledged. I appreciate you guys. Did I just not get a notification? Like, okay. What was your question, Sin? What's up? See, here's the thing though. Here's the thing about Dragon's Dogma that I like is there's not a bunch of shit that's on the map or around that's just icons everywhere. I hate games like that, right? You you follow icons on your mini map, but that's about it. You figure you fill your way out on that game. Oh yeah, there's a few people that don't like me doing the video game lives on here, so I'll likely. Here's what I'll do. I think I'll do this. I think when it comes down to me doing video games, like gaming videos, I think what I should do is that'll be something for late night, right? If I'm just chilling, I'll do a gaming video on here, but I will let it be known that I will be doing a gaming video. I think it'll be better because it will give people a heads up to, tune in or not. Um, so those of you that don't want to watch the gaming videos, I think that'll be awesome. Let me see. I think you should. Yes, I think you should. think you should connect more with Lord Chernabog, though. Sin. Um, so those streams would be like on some real late night shit. I'm talking like 1 a.m. You know, stuff like that. Like after rituals and stuff are done, and yeah, I do streams because I love playing. I love playing a horror game, and you guys are interacting with me. I don't know, it's just something about it. If I love playing any games, and then you guys are interacting and I'm talking. It's such a vibe. It's nice. It's really chill. Yeah, I got yours. Sir. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody else sent one. Who else had sent 10? I know you sent some. There was another person that said that they were going to ask a question too, and they didn't ask the question. Oh, Mello, what was your question? It was you. Okay, cool. Also, like, if at any, oh, yeah, no, I love cracking jokes too. Okay, fuck it then. Then I'll download Silent Hill. But tonight, I'm definitely likely about to be playing Dragon's Dogma, so I'll be streaming that because that shit's fun. Like that shit's that shit is so fun. I love that game. What's up, Denny man? All right, cool. That's all right. No worries, man. Like, I mean, you can just lurk. That's fine. I'm fine with people just lurking. You know me, I'll be doing like, if you guys aren't talking much or saying or giving like, if you guys aren't saying anything much, I can either do commentary, which pretty much I'm talking, or I can just go straight up and mute my mic and then just let you guys have a full on immersive experience. I mean, me personally, I prefer to talk to you guys, but ultimately, it's really up to you. That's personally how I feel. Oh, you're welcome, Sin. Yeah. It's funny because of the fact that, like, when I looked at you and I tuned in, I immediately just started to see, like, um, a whole 'nother version of yourself, but just purely shadow. But then um, I started to hear about Lord Cernabog, so I think that it's a good idea for you to, commune with him, okay? Alright, let me see. Mellow, take a look. Well, alright. See you, Black Sun. Yeah, absolutely. You got it, Miko. Slime me that 10, I got you. Hmm. I know. I saw. I'm looking at you, Mello. Um, yeah, yeah. It's working. It's definitely working. And the reason why I say that, um, is because when I look at you, there's like a fat, like there's a huge, just like flame. There's a huge, like a flame that's the height of you, but it's a flame that is more sentient and It's like it's a part of you, but it's coming out of you. Like it attached itself to you while you were there, but it's coming out of you. So yeah, I would say it's definitely working. There's a lot of fire around you right now. Things might be a little chaotic. Your mind might be racing. You might be kind of second guessing things. But also one of the main, I would say one of the main things that comes from that too is your psychosis. So be very careful with that. I mean, literally, that's one of those things. That's one of those that starts to really fuck with you for a while. So be very cautious when it comes down to stepping into that. Very, very cautious. Nico, you usually do Venmo, so you probably sent it on Venmo. Oh, absolutely. Good, son. Good. I'm glad that that aligns with you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, Sin, are you working with the Fae? Because that would confirm um, what I'm seeing. Actually, wait a minute. That makes sense. Okay then. Yeah, I can do that. So I'll just forewarn you guys. So the guys, the people that shoot you guys support. Those of you that don't like my gaming videos will be a nightly thing then. And then when it comes down to my readings and stuff and chats like this and doing these kind of live streams, these will be a daytime thing. I think that's better. I can do that. Cool. Yeah, I can do that. You like both? Okay, awesome. I mean, because I was doing the VR videos and stuff too. Those were fun, but I don't know. They didn't really get as much traction as my other videos, like just playing on the PlayStation. Mhm. I like Assassin's Creed. If I do that, honestly, if I do that, that would probably be something that like I'd bring my girlfriend into because she's a way better cook than me. And she cooks way better than me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So that'd probably be something that I do with her if it comes down to it, because she's a great cook. I don't really cook like that, you know? Well, I mean, here's the thing though. VR when it comes down to it, I like it. It's fun. Like, I like to immerse myself in those kind of environments. They're ridiculously fun. It's just completely different. That, that would be VR is more so like that immersive experience. It is really fun, but it wouldn't be anything that I could do live, right? So it'd be clips. It'd be like video clips that I would do. If I did a live video, I believe I would have to. If I did a live video, I believe I would actually have to like hook it up to the VR headset and then stream it from there. But the last that I checked on the Quest 2 from the Quest app, from the Meta Quest app, you can't have audio on it, which is stupid. Yeah, those virtual streets are crazy, you're right. Yeah. During COVID and when I bought that headset, that shit was crazy. It was so fun though. Like, it was some of the most fun that I've had. And honestly, because 'cause you're in the fucking house, right? Thought it was cool. Lethal Company, I can't play it because I don't have a PC or an Xbox, but I've heard about it from a few of my coworkers. It's fucking awesome. Yeah. Uh, I don't. I have a MetaQuest 2. If anything, I'll just get a MetaQuest 3. That's about as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna buy a $3,000 Google goggle. You know what I mean? That's not worth it to me personally. That's what I'm saying. That is a car. You could be spending your money on much better things than that. But if you have the money for it, then hey, go for it. Nico, what's up? What was your question? I was waiting for your question. I didn't see your question. It stops the flow of your blood. The headset, yeah. You gotta eat. You gotta fucking eat, dude. No lie. You gotta eat. You gotta eat before you play, and that's what I tell everybody when they jump on it. Like, you okay, cool. Yeah, I know. I got you. Yeah, Miko, you're also someone who would work really well with fire. Like, so I would definitely recommend, honing your practice using some kind of like candle gazing or flame gazing meditations. I think those will suit you well, extremely well. You keep getting distracted by things, and there's no reason to beat yourself up about it. You just need a focal point. I think that is an excellent idea. So, flame gazing meditation, candle meditation. I think that's a great idea, to be quite honest with you. Really good. Really good. I'm glad you like those. I love them shits too. Hmm. Yes, absolutely, Miko. You work very well with flame, with fire, with the element of fire. It is a good thing. Yes. Sky's on fire. Yeah, maybe. What? 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 What do you want? That's pretty cool. Finally eating your hearts. All right, have a good one. I'm no master to anyone, man, but maybe he's calling to you. Maybe he wants to work with you. Cool. All right. So, I mean, tonight then we'll play some Silent Hill and then a little bit of Dragon's Dogma after. But I can't switch because if I do switch, then it stops the stream. So, I think maybe tonight just some Dragon's Dogma because that shit's intense. It's fun. I want you guys to see it. Everybody who wants to actually watch that. What kind of things did he speak to you? Cool. Um, I'll post when I'll be going live and doing it. It's usually on some. It's pretty. It's on some late night shit. That would help. Yeah. Yes. Just Miko. Just fire in general for you. So watching a flame is going to bring that peace that you're seeking. So I feel like you're. I don't know. You keep fighting with yourself, and I think you just kind of. I just see you wanting to be at peace. You keep fighting amongst yourself, and being guided by the flame is the best. Like, is the best bet for you. Letting go, moving in, moving forward with the flame is is the best advice I can give you. To be honest, you'll find that in the flame. I guarantee you, you'll find that in the flame, Miko. See you, JT. Thank you for stopping by, man. Yes. Yes. Because it clears your mind. Having a focal point will clear everything out because you won't be paying attention to your thoughts. You won't be paying attention to anything going on around you. You also won't be distracted by your ego when you have a focal point. Now, there'll be things that may start to happen, you know, uh, tactics that the veil may use to, arouse some means of distraction, such as, your face starting to itch or your head itching or, your legs starting to hurt, getting a random cramp, uh, things tapping around you, things like that that would pull you out of something such, such as a deep meditation, you know, like candle gazing. Sorry, I'm like literally fucking trying to get the words out. They're not coming out. Breakfast? That's nice. What'd you have for breakfast? What'd you have for breakfast, man? That's good. There you go. Boom. Remember you were asking about letting go of that fear? Take it to the flame. Just watch the flame. Let it all go. I have to adjust myself really quick. There we go. Any plans for the weekend, guys? For those of you that may have the weekend off? Azazel, let me enunciate it right. Lord Azazel is someone who is beginner friendly. But here's the thing about working with someone like him. He is loyal to the devoted. He is rewarding to the devoted. He is a harsh teacher, but at the same time, an amazing teacher. Because when it comes to learning the lessons that he might have for you or passing the trials that he may have, he he really empowers the practitioner as a result of it. Life-changing experiences as a result of passing his trials and listening to his teachings, paying attention to him because he is the type that does punish those that are not loyal to him. That's just how he is. He doesn't like to waste time. So I would say most definitely. And also, there you go. He's fire. Like his energy is a powerful fire type of energy anyway. And that goes very well with you, Blackstone. Nice. What are you gonna watch? It was her. I was snapping at her because she's literally doing stuff she's not supposed to. Dude, archery? That's fucking nice. I've only ever tried to do it, and that's when I was in Louisiana with my mentor, and literally I wasn't too good at it because I didn't understand how a bow works. Like, and then here comes someone skinnier than me. Like at that time, I was like, what, 20 years old. So it's like a few years back. And here comes a 15-year-old, just nails it. I couldn't even pull the damn thing because I never used them before. So then I had to learn. In Keenan, yeah. I mean, shit, what I'm finishing right now is drawing a blank on it. Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm finishing Jujutsu Kaisen right now. I just got to season 2, and I'm over here, like, loving this shit. It's pretty cool. Mine too. One of my friends is telling me that, like, I should be prepared to cry on season 2. I'm only on, like, the 1st episode. I can't wait, dude. Oh, I fucking bet it is. I've heard so many good things about it. Shamsiel, I would say that he likely wants to work with you, and when they approach you in this way, yes, you likely have some sort of connection with them through your ancestry. So I would say definitely. But I'm no one's master. I'm no one's master, Shamsiel. Honestly, I'm just thinking about playing Dragon's Dogma. Like, I was playing that last night, and then I went into this cave. Dude, I went in this cave on there, and I was like, to this cave, not into a cave, but into like a. It was like this dungeon, pretty much. They call it like the Everfall or whatever. And I go in there, and I'm like walking down. There's a bunch of bats and stuff like that. It's not really hard yet, right? Then there's zombies that are like raising from the ground, like they literally come out of the ground and start trying to. You go to a certain area, and you have to walk through another like network of the catacombs, and there's a fucking big ass group of just skeletons, and there's a necromancer at the end, but he's a skeleton too, and you have to fight all of them. And there's like 40 of them in this tiny ass hallway in the catacombs. You have to fight all of them. And with the character that I have, I'm a strider, so I can't really block or anything. I just have to fucking fight and try to dodge. And I'm like, I believe it took me like 5 fucking tries to beat that. I literally to the point where once I got past that area, I left and went down the hall, and there's another part, then there's 3 necromancers that pop up that you have to fight, and then boom, you have to go and, like, you have to fucking get onto the platform with them, but you have choices. So you can go through certain areas around, and you have to open doors and do a puzzle, or you can just go through there and try to fight all of them. I was like, "Fuck that," because 'cause I'm not equipped for that, I'm too low of a level. So I just went all the way down to the bottom, took the item that was down there and ran out of that bitch. Yeah, I have a really good relationship with ISIS. Yes. Yes, oh yeah, I know ISIS. A tower shield and some wooden swords, dude, that's awesome. How do you start working with ISIS? Here's what I would recommend for you, Blackstone. I would get into making some sort of prayer for him. Make a prayer for him. Create something for him that is specifically for him. So at night, when you speak to him, when you relax, when you're before you're going to sleep, say this prayer to him. Create one. Look into images of him. Study him before you go to sleep. Use his chant as you fall asleep. You will experience him. Keep him around you. Paint pictures of that represent him in your space. Bring him in all the way. If you're going to work with someone like him, bring him in all the way. Give him rum. Give him sweets. Give him the things that he likes. And work with him every day and every night. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I have paranormal experiences every day, Anthony. Every single day. My experience with ISIS, well, I've quite a few. Uh, when I was first starting to learn about my Kundalini, I actually had an experience with her coming down through the ceiling and activating it. So when I had my Kundalini awakening, like I was eye to eye with her. It was interesting because this experience is one of those that's like you're awake, but you're not awake. You're in between. So I knew I was out of body, and it felt so weird because the room felt like it was just sick with electricity. And then I just see this gray woman come down from the ceiling and shoot all this energy into my solar plexus. And while she's like pushing this energy into me, I'm like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was really life changing. And there's like all this energy of just pleasure and a lot of energy that was a little overwhelming as well at first. And I'm just looking at her in the eyes, and this energy is just hitting me. And I remember after she left, I permanently was able to feel this energy behind me, like if I had wings. So I had to go see my mentor at the time about it and talk to her. And then, exactly, that's what I'm saying, Mark. So I had to go talk to I went to talk to my mentor at the time about it, Pamela Ehrlich, and she pointed me in the right direction to get more of an understanding as to what I was experiencing because she didn't really understand it, but she knew where I could get more information about it. And then that's when I started to utilize the alchemies of Horus, and that helped me out a lot. Can you make all this so it doesn't? Yeah, at this point, they're just experiences. That's a fact. They are very supportive. I love them. They all have a special place in my heart. So, nope, never. Oh, you watched it? Did you like it? I hope that it wasn't disrespectful or anything because literally I personally had her come to me and that's the only reason why I ever started working with her. Yeah, I know. In a lot of Mexican families, it's very common for you guys to experience fae. I mean, extremely common, like elves and gnomes and hags and the drowned victims. I mean, man, yeah, I know that for sure. It's very, very. Um, Enlighten me on what that is, Aaliyah, because I've never heard of that. Never heard of it. Hmm. You probably type it. I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, it's not as long as yours yet, Mom. I'm getting there though. I know you had yours for like 2 years. Ooh, that's cool. Anthony, no. Um, it's funny that you asked that. The Ouija board is a very powerful tool. It's extremely beneficial. And the reason why is it can be a very protective tool. It's an awesome means to hone your psychic ability and an awesome means to understand when you're communicating with spirits. It can be a really good protective relic if you put the right energy into it. It's an amazing doorway and conduit to enhance your experience when you're communicating with spirits. It's a amazing tool to utilize when you're wanting to have a spirit manifest more because of the fact that it's such an ancient tool, because of the history of said tool. So it empowers your practice in every aspect. Love which boards I have two of them. It's fun. I wouldn't necessarily go forward with playing it, like because it's like you're attempting and you're pissing off the spirits, right? Because people that go and they play with it, you're calling to shit that you don't necessarily know who you're calling to. If you're just like, oh, I just want to communicate with anyone that's around or near. If you don't have the ability to understand who you're communicating with, then that's where the danger arises. But also, if you didn't consecrate it, if you don't have energies that are already around you that can help you to negate or experiences that would be involving uh, imposter type energies. No, I do not think they all communicate through one. Um, because of the fact that there's so many, and there are a lot of them that are, man, there's a lot of them that are non-human in origin. No, they're not something to play with. But if you're serious and you actually have a and you have good intent when you're going into utilizing one of those things are fucking amazing. I always wanted one when I was younger, but I never got one. That's not something I would've wanted to put my mom through. You know? So I'm glad she didn't let me use one when I was at that age. I had heard of them, I'd seen them and everything, but I'm glad that she didn't let me use them at that age because of the fact that I definitely wouldn't have known what I was doing, you know? So, mom, I'm glad you didn't let me at that age for real. Absolutely, man. Have a good one, sir. I do it often, Anthony. I work extensively with the dead. I help a lot of people with, their loved ones and connecting with them, helping them out and getting a better understanding of what's going on. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. You never told me that, mom. I feel like there's a lot of stories you never told me, like, especially when it comes down to those kind of experiences. You never told me. Mhm. Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's when you have, more of the imposter type of energies around you, or just energies that just wanna feed on you, because there's a lot of them, especially with the dead. They're hungry. They're always hungry. So that does happen quite often. So, right? Yeah, I've actually thought about that. I've thought about that. What platform would I do that on, though? I don't know this. I don't even know the slightest about how and where I would start that kind of thing. But I would love to do that. I think it'd be awesome to do. I'd be more than willing to start that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. You never told me about those experiences. I want to hear those experiences because I've had the same experience. Like some Black Path. The Black Path is what I would recommend. Because if you want to work with him, I would recommend going to him in his truest form, the more untainted form, the lesser known form, the one that people don't tend to approach. Oh shit, you're right. No, you're right. Okay, cool. But I would acquire a book such as The Black Path, Black Sun. That's what I would recommend for you. You want to really connect to him in that way. Then when you do start connecting with him, don't speak too much on what you're experiencing. Well, I'd say don't speak too much on what you're experiencing to those that don't have an alignment with what you do. Okay, I'll look into that and see what I can do. I think that sounds really cool, actually. Was your experience with fairies, Mom? You never told me about that one. That sounds like one that I would hear for sure. What happened? And how did you know? How did you feel? There's so many things that I want to. There's so many questions I have. That's not saying too much. What happened? I want the details. Yeah, of course. That makes sense. Yeah. So house spirits then? Because of house spirits? That's very common in what you guys would call, in the Hispanic community or Latinx, duendes. It's very common for duendes to do that. Those are more commonly known house spirits. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. If you see him, Aaliyah, if you see him, what he really is he's protecting you. He's a protector. He is literally here to protect you. He protects those who have a stronger connection to Saturn. Like he is around those who may have a strong connection to Saturn, to death, to the shadows. Absolutely. Yeah. This is one of the more irritating hairstyles though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But it's good. What about this year will be? I don't know. I don't really necessarily know about the war, about anything about that, but I think this year is going to involve a lot of people fighting back. Well, Mom, that is something I said to you. Well, I mean, when it comes, like I said, Aaliyah, when it comes down to seeing him, if you see him, that is a blessing. Like, consider that a blessing because he's watching over the house. He's watching over you. He's either watching, yeah, yeah. I do protections over you all the time. Absolutely. Yes, that's instant to watch over you. Yeah, you're right. He's the he's an aspect of Saturn. So he's literally a manifestation of the Saturnian. He is Saturn, the energy of Saturn. It's really funny though because I was a skeptic too, and I've had some of the most intense experiences. No, I'm not. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, and now I'm not a skeptic anymore because literally I let that shit go. Like, there's no. That's like, that would be like me being a monotheist and I'm a polytheist because literally I've seen everyone's God. Like, there are so many people who used to come to me and get readings done and be like, "Oh, is so and so blah 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 around me, or am I on the right path for blah 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 blah?" And I would literally see their God, and I'm like, or the gods or the deities that they work with. I'm like, when you speak shit like that, how can you sit here and say that there is only one God, right? Because literally I would see so many of them. I'm talking about from, Japanese pantheons, from Chinese pantheons, from Hindu pantheons, Egyptian pantheons, to Norse pantheons, to, like Arabic pantheons, all of them can't say that they are, I can't say that there's only just one because I've seen all of them. I've seen so many of them. I see so many of them daily around everyone that I pass by. Mm, it's a good question, Aaliyah. That's crazy. That means your site is on point, mom. I want to know about the ones that you saw by the tree. I want to know more about this because you just scratching the surface. You're not even giving me details of what happened. Like what happened, what they look like, what did it feel like, how did you feel, where were you coming from, who was with you? Like I want to know all of that. Like, what they look like, the ones that you saw by the tree. Yeah, they do. I agree. Mhm. You get me so excited, mom. I need details. Like I need details. What happened? Type what happened? Are you scared to say it? You don't want to talk about it? If you don't have to. Yeah. Brother Mark, you know exactly who Lord Azazel is. You know who he is. You know who he truly is. You, of many people, know exactly who Azazel is. You know who he is the mask of. What color was their skin? They look like, come on, man, you're not giving me a lot to go on here. I'm excited. Cool. Did you feel scared when you saw them? That's cool. So, that makes sense. These connections of all the paranormal stuff come from you then. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, they don't scare me either. I'm familiar with the duendes. Yeah, I was just talking about them. I've talked about them like 3 times. Yeah. Oh, you did? It's because that's because people who don't have an alignment to them or with them definitely, mm, are likely put in danger, because they hunt, like, they hunt, as do a lot of them, like, as do many of the, what people would call cryptids. They hunt. Mhm. Are you talking about when you came down and when I lived in Vegas now? Is that the one you're talking about? Or are you talking about when yeah, because that's mine at my house, not at, not in California. It does. It does exist. Yeah. Well, that makes sense, mom, because when I was there, like, I had dreams of him blowing smoke in my face and everything, so that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. That was my ritual space. Yeah, that makes sense. Who's that? I don't know who that is. I think it's cool knowing both. I'm very fascinated with death. Like, it's always been my thing. It's always been my forte. Knowing how you're gonna die would be very interesting. And knowing when you're gonna die, I don't know. It's fascinating to think about. Just because I don't know. It's cool. Those concepts are really cool to me. I love those kind of things. Death is kind of my thing. Did I ever work with Hanuman? No, but I had a friend of mine is literally yeah, like he has Hanuman around him, and so I've had interactions with him, but that's about it. I've had experiences with him because he's around. He's around one of my friends. He's always been around one of my friends, one of my childhood friends that I grew up with. He does. He won't need an altar to work with him. No, keep an image of him or the map, or keep representations of him around you. Yeah, it is fascinating, Anthony. Like extremely. All right. So here's what I'll do tonight. I'll download. Well, when I get off, I'll start downloading Silent Hill. We'll play some of that because that's so fun to stream. Those kind of games are so fun to stream. And oh, I can tell you a little bit about that, Anthony. And then so I'll play a little bit of Silent Hill, but then after that, I'll play some Dragon's Dogma. And I'll stream both of them a little later tonight. That'll be fun. I'll do that. That's cool. What happens? It depends on how you die. That's the thing, Anthony. What the hell? Jeremiah, that's a crazy ass question. I mean, that's a crazy ass dream. I think that yeah, exactly. It's like you're striving for knowledge, but for this girl in particular, it seems like it may be someone that's around you that you can learn from. Maybe it's someone that wants to work with you. That's a crazy ass dream. Hmm. It's pretty cool. What happens to someone when they take their own life? From my experience, people who have taken their own life, they get lost. They're lost and full of sadness, and they just wonder. Like a lot of them wonder. They wonder, scared, and like just they become from what I've seen, like they're just stuck. They wander, they pace back and forth. They go to certain areas in the astral, and they're just stuck there. They're confused. And the longer that they're confused, the longer that they are there, the more violent they become. The more they lash out, the more they start to attack people, the more they start to change and shift into completely different beings as a whole. Um, so people like me, often go forward with helping people like that have done things to themselves like that, life by their own hand, because those people get stuck all the time. He won't, because he's probably just stuck. It doesn't make the situation better. It doesn't make the situation better. They think that it frees them and it makes them better, which is why you don't usually hear from people who that's happened to. They don't come talk to you. They don't come really visit you necessarily because they're in shock. They're stuck. They get stuck. That's truly what happens from my experience at least. No, those ones, they know they are. The ones that have taken their own life, they know that they are. But it's the ones that have died from violent deaths and, you know, by the hand of others. That is that is one of those that casket dreams. That's fucking cool, Jeremiah, for real. That's pretty cool. You work with death often? Having a lot of casket dreams, and then you met a woman who you kissed in the mouth that had a pencil in her mouth? Do you think this is a spirit that wants to work with you from the death current? Because interesting. Your body to be used as ingredients for a sword. It's crazy. It's pretty cool. Like a bone sword? Cool. Yes. Yes, that's called residual haunting. Those are residual hauntings, Anthony. Alright, guys, hop off here. I will be on tonight, okay? I got some stuff I'm gonna do. Hang out with my girl. But I'll be on tonight. I'll be streaming, likely gaming. So I'll see you guys then. You guys have a good one. Oh, as if we all had just jumped in here and started talking, like, and hadn't even been talking yet. Yeah, Bolero, how are you? You, you're transforming crazily these days. It's insane. Even just through, even just through your icon, just your image, it's just crazy. Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, not really, Not really. No, Anthony, because either way, it's still the remains of the day.